duplicative to other roles and will reduce the company's middle management layers, CEO Mike Sievert said in a letter to employees Thursday.
Thank you for staying with us. We start with our first story where experts have called for critical policy analysis to better inform decision-making in Ghana, especially as the country experiences multiple challenges. At the release of the 2019 Social Accounting Matrix, Senior Research Fellow at ISER, Dr. Andrew J. Holmes, observed the matrix helps to analyze the effects of policy before implementation.
Social accounting metrics. So what we do with the SAM is to identify the activities we undertake in the country and then who does them and what those people who do them benefit from those activities. So we have activities like people growing crops, people trading, etc. And we have different households. We have poor households, rich households. We have households which live in the rural areas, households which live in the urban areas. We also have regional dimensions. So what we do with the SAM is to be able to tell, for instance, if we change our tax by 1%, what happens to rural households, their consumption, what happens to their income, etc. So with that in hand, any government policy that can be converted into transfers or taxes, we can analyze the impact on specific households within the economy, and that is useful. So if I'm in the chair of the finance minister today, and I want to make any changes to our tax schedule, the SAM could be a tool to tell the impact that it will have on, let's say, young people who live in the rural area.
In more stories, the International Standards Organization has endorsed the Association of Ghana Industries and the Ghana Standards Authority for upholding higher standards in Ghana's manufacturing space. At the launch of the 12th AGI Industry and Quality Awards, Secretary of the ISO, Sergio Mujica, says adhering to international standards is an invitation to excellence and competitiveness among Ghanaian industries.
Very pleased to celebrate with you the launch of the Ghana Industry and Quality Award. Through international standards, Ghana industry can achieve competitiveness because standards are an invitation for excellence. It's a group of experts from all around the world that define the best practice, and through international standards you will be able to apply that best practice here in Ghana, and from here you can export within Africa and also to the rest of the world. This kind of recognitions, it's very important because it is impossible to have good quality standards. We don't have the voice of industry in the standard making process. The standard making process is an inclusive one. We need the voice of government, we need the voice of academia, and we need the voice of industry. You have the experts that are really living the real industry life. So we need your voice, and that's why this recognition is so important.
And away from that, about 63 farmers have become the first set of farmers to receive certification from the Roundtable of Sustainable Palm Oil Production. This was after a successful completion of the Global Quality and Standards Program organized in the country by the Swiss Embassy in partnership with the United Nations Industrial Development Organization. Dr. Simone Heberli is Deputy Head of Mission at the Swiss Embassy.
Roundtable of Sustainable Palm Oil Production, RSPO. They were standing on this stage just before me. And you should be aware that they were the first set of farmers to become RSPO certified in Ghana. These farmers have told us that they have collectively increased.
Now take a look at how the city is faring against major trading currencies in the forex market. And now we'll take a look also at how some of our key commodities are faring on the global markets. Now, the prices of cocoa and gold are up by some 0.29 and 0.20%, with cocoa now selling at $3,433 per ton, gold at $1,913.36 per ounce, and crude oil, on the other hand, is also up by 0.37%, selling at $83.52 per barrel. And that's the end of Business Brief here with me, Min Wafo. Stay with us. We have more interesting content coming up on your screens.
Honey, new sabo, and a pot evaporated milk. Ooh. Tasty and creamy, right?
So.
And napa milk, well custard one a fine. Nasa well Tom Brown no rice water muswa a nice. Honey, trip now baso with the napa mayonnaise. And I'm there salad and a burger. Fries so and napa tasty ketchup. And a good side. Coffee ni jollof no so made the end of
you long green rice. Oh, you are one.
Don't forget your favorite and a chocolate milk drink.
Oh, more quite so.
See, honey, you are sorted.
I'm in control like a pilot on Anapa Airways.
Mama.
Me, I will know.
Anapa, I can't stand it.
Just a moment. And a power, huh?
Yeah!
And a power. Oh, yeah, Jack Macron, no more. It's you cannot get there. Hey, you control me. What do you